What up, YouTube? This your boy Zara Black here today to bring you a Ruby theory. Now, this theory is the theory that Ruby Rose herself has the power of the Fall Maiden. Now, I know what a lot of people are thinking right now, that's not possible because, as we all saw, Cinder has all the power of the Fall Maiden. And unfortunately, I want to kind of debunk that a little bit. So, to start off with, how would Ruby have any, if at all, of the Fall Maiden's powers? And the simplest answer is Pyrrha. Yeah, I know what everyone's saying. That's not possible. Pyrrha never got any of the power. You're wrong. Pyrrha got a portion of the power. As we all know, it is possible for two people to hold the power of Maiden at the same time. Case in point, Cinder and Amber. So, when they were transferring the power between Amber and Pyrrha, we all know that Cinder came in. John, you fucked up. Cinder came in, shot an arrow, hit Amber, and absorbed what power was left. The power shot from Amber into Cinder. But I think a small portion, just a tiny bit, maybe 3%, maybe less than that, was transferred to Pyrrha. The only problem is that I don't think Pyrrha utilized it fully. And then we cut to the fight. Boom, boom, Pyrrha holding her own against Cinder until that fateful moment where Pyrrha was shot in the ankle, which I still don't understand how that works. It should have been her chest or something. But Pyrrha was shot. She went down. And then Cinder killed Pyrrha. Now, by this point, Ruby comes running up the wall of Beacon Tower and lands right there just in time to see Pyrrha vanish. Now, this is where it gets a little bit complicated because we don't know the actual area that Ruby was in when this happened, because it's hard to figure where Ruby was standing exactly when it went down. I know a lot of people are going to say, but she was on the side of Pyrrha. She saw her disintegrate. Probably, but that doesn't account for what happens next. Both the dragon and Cinder are looking at Ruby, and I don't know if this was an oversight on the development part, but Cinder was facing Ruby when Ruby unleashed the silver-eyed power. And we know that it hurt. We know that it hurt her. We know that it hurt Cinder, and it froze the Grim Dragon. But still, the angle that Ruby was in, she could have been the last person that Pyrrha saw. Meaning that in that instance, the power, what was left of it, should have transferred over to Ruby instead of Cinder. So a while back there was a theory that, well, not a theory, but speculation, what would happen if they tried to take Amber out of her coma and she died, or if she died, period. The general consensus goes that since Cinder was the last woman that she saw, and she was the last woman that was on her mind, the power would have transferred over to her and not just went random, like everyone says. And I know what a lot of people are going to say. They're going to say, what about the power seeking itself out? There's no clear-cut indication that the power will seek itself out, because Ozpin and the others even said that we've never had a situation like this happen where two people have held one Maiden's powers. So who's to say that this isn't the case with Ruby currently? Because during one part of because during one of the episodes of season 4, we saw that on one side of the screen was these silver particles, and then on the other side of the screen was these golden particles. Now, we all know that, I'm pretty sure that by this point we all know that Silver Eye's power is going to be silver. But the Fall Maiden, we have seen what color her energy is. Her energy is going to be golden. And when Cinder killed Pyrrha, Pyrrha turned into a golden color. So that gets me thinking that Pyrrha somehow had the Maiden's powers. Because I'm going to be completely honest with you, Cinder could have easily beat the fuck out of Pyrrha and let her live. She didn't have to kill her. And it brings me back full circle to Ruby having the power, because she would have been the last person, depending on what angle you look at. Remember that. Depending on what angle you saw her from, been the last person that Pyrrha saw, meaning that a small portion of the Maiden's power could have transferred to Ruby. Do I have any clear-cut evidence of this? I only have the evidence to go off of the Soul Transfer Machine and these little scenes with John and with not John, but Ruby's dreams. Why would Ruby be dreaming of Pyrrha saying John? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Why would she know that Pyrrha's last words, well, not what Pyrrha's last words were, but why would she be hearing Pyrrha? I mean, it's not even being confirmed that Ruby was having nightmares up until that point. And why if she was just dreaming, wouldn't she see Pyrrha talking to Cinder? Why wouldn't she see Pyrrha talking to John in the dream? The dots aren't connecting with the blank space and the two fragments. They're not connecting. You see what I'm saying? Without a clear-cut connection, this is just that. This is just that there's nothing to connect Ruby's dreams with just with nothing, with the freaking Maiden power or freaking Cinder, or I'm sorry. But yeah, that's all I have on this theory. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down in the comment section below, and leave a like if you like the video. And until then, I will see you next time.